They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on last year's national champion, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jess. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will take the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Byrne. Quick completion on the out. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. short. They'll ride the running back here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The LSU Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk. I have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only have one game with believable. But another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right slot.
Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Byrne. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
He gets a block. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7. Turning it off. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it down the middle.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and we've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, it's Byrne. He's got him. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They run the reverse. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Roadrunners will punt this one away. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, the Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. It's complete.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Fires to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Right down the middle. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended target.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the top, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just a little off. Incomplete. The Roadrunners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Floats it out in space. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make the move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's caught inside the 20. You want to talk about converting a 4th down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. 4th down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big 1st down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Dropping back, it's Byrne. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Pulls it in. It's Watkins. At the 45 on his way. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Roadrunners can really attack on this second and short. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Byrne. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Roadrunners moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under fire. It's complete to the right. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team.
Number 92 on to punt it away.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And what a run. When you're offensive coordinator and you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Berry. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The throw. With the catch, it's buried. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Got room at the 35. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Baton Rouge.
He'll put toe to leather and get this 2nd half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. It's on target and complete. Flying out to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give from the gun. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. On the sweet spin, and he's free. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Good enough.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
The Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Roadrunners have this offense rolling. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Byrne. Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up. He lost one down the sideline. He's got it on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They'll run it to the right. Turns it on at midfield. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Bulldozes his way through. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Berry. Into the end zone he goes.
faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
UTSA 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Working that left side now. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. Buying some time. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Fires to the big fella. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Bailey. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Roadrunners decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The give to the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. If it works. They tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
Now, how about a good job by the defense? You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true, came up with a big sack the next play.
Got a man. It's Watkins. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee and this drive will start at the 25. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Third down coming up after the completion. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just...
breaks into the open. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to pass. Makes the catch down the right side, but not able to keep his foot in bounds. He was close, so close to a touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the Roadrunners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Bounced right back to them.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Great place to start for this offense. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. LSU quick to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. If there's time to pad the stats. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.